Hello, I'm going to show you how to connect this MPPT solar charge controller. And for example, I will use this lead battery to connect this MPPT solar charge controller so that you can know how to connect this MPPT solar charge controller. We can see here are several terminals here, and the first step we need to take off these covers. So we need to loosen these screws. Wait a moment, please. Then we take off this cover. And we can see there is a row of screw terminal inside here, the green terminals, and we need to find out which green terminals are for solar battery. We can see from here, these two ones are for solar battery here. So we are going to loosen the inside screws. Now we can put this cable in, and please pay attention about this. All their connections are positive and positive, negative and negative. So the first we put this positive cable in the positive terminal here, and then tighten it. And then we put these negative cables in. Now we can see the LCD display is already started. Tightened. Okay, now we are going to take on this cover and then tighten it. Okay, we finished the connections as we can see here. And this is LCD display. When we connect the battery with the solar controllers, the LCD display is start, and we can check all these details, and we can set all the parametric settings inside here. I'm going to introduce these LCD displays and its functions. And we can see this main menu here. And this is take and tag, and this one is PV input voltage, and this one is PV input power here. And we can see this D means the daily production, this T means the total production. This one is charging voltage. It is changed every seconds according to the sunshine. And this one is current, is charging current. And we can see the functions. This is the sub menu here. The sub menus, we can see the first one is parametric settings. We enter this parametric settings, and it needs the password. The password is press the down button for 3 times and press the up button for 3 times, then enter. Okay, we entered in this parametric setting, and the first one is battery type setting, and enter. And we can see this is battery type we can choose. This is the first one. The first one is VRLH. This is lead AC battery. And the second one is gel battery. The third one is lithium battery. And the final one is lithium battery. And I will choose this lithium battery. And then we back to the last menu. And the next function is battery rate voltage. Enter. And we can choose this rate voltage. 12 volts, 24 volts, 36 volts, and 48 volts. We choose this 12 volts, and then we back to the formatting settings. And the next one is charging voltage setting. Enter, and we can check this floating charge. You can set this floating charge as unique. And about this floating charge, some guys don't know what is floating charge, and they may worry about that. If the battery get a full charge and the controller still charge the controller, it will damage the battery. The answer is no, it won't. About this floating charge, it means when the battery gets full charge and the controller does not store charge to the battery, it will still provide a constant floating voltage and a small floating charge current to supply the battery, since the battery get the naturally released powers, so it can protect the battery life. If you use this floating charge. About this floating charge voltage, you can set according to your battery parameter settings. It will show on your battery user menu, so you can set this floating charge voltage according to your battery user menu. Okay, we're back to the parameter settings. The next function for the next function. Okay, get to the parameter settings. We are going to talk about the next function, is charge current settings. Here you can set the maximum value here, to set the limit values as unique. And the next function is discharge limit voltage setting. This is very important for DC output. You can set this UV recovery and UV protection, or OV recovery and OV protection. What is UV and OV? UV is mean under voltage, and this OV means over voltage. You can set all these parameter settings as unique. And the next one is a fatigue reset. Here you can choose yes or no. Here is unique. Okay, we have been finished this parameter settings introduced, and now we're back to the sub menu. And the next one is time and day adjustment here. And the next function is brightness adjustment. Here you can turn down or turn up this brightness. And the next one is a contrast adjustment, and it say adjustment as unique. And the next function is a sound setting. You can turn on or turn off this button sound, this alarm sound as unique. And the next function is record query. Enters. This one is record query. You can check the curve record query and the fatigue record query as unique here. Next function is delete record. Enters. You can choose delete the power generation, delete the power curve, delete the fault record as unique. And the next function is DC output settings. This is very important for the DC output. Enter. You can choose the DC output is automatically, or you can choose is type controlled. You can set the type control as unique, and you can choose the PV control as unique. And the final one is telecontrol. This telecontrol means remote controls. It is still in programming, so it doesn't use everything. And the next function is communicating settings. You can set this forward address as unique. Maybe it should use for the Wi-Fi mode or some PC software. Here you can according to all these details you want to choose. And the final one is language settings. Language settings English and Chinese. Now this system voltage supports English and supports Chinese. And but if you don't know Chinese and you don't know English, and we also have Japanese user menus. And about this Japanese user menus, it can show you how to set all these details step by step. So please don't worry about this. And okay, now we're back to the main menu here, and now we press the down button. We can see the system information here, date and time here, and system voltage, different battery 12 volts, and this is 65 amperes, or this is this one current is set by yourself. And this is charging status is stored, and this one is outside temperatures, internal temperature here, so we can see. And the next is charging current, charging curve. And this is current curve, and this is power curve, and you can check all these details here, such as you can check this curve. It is changed every second, and it can show you all these real-time information. You can see every second for charging here. Okay, we have been introduced all these inside functions and introduced these main menus and introduce the sub menus. So if you have any questions, you can send inquiry to us.